Stanley Kubrick's The Shining is one of the most visually controlled films in cinema history. Every frame feels intentional, calculated, and unsettling. In this video, we'll explore how Kubrick's use of composition and framing shapes the story, how the geometry of the Overlook Hotel becomes a visual metaphor for madness, isolation, and control. Kubrick is famous for his use of one-point perspective, where the vanishing point lies perfectly in the center of the frame. In The Shining, these symmetrical shots, such as Danny riding his tricycle down the endless corridors, create a sense of order and precision, but beneath that order lies unease. The perfect balance feels unnatural, mechanical, as if the hotel itself is watching. This symmetry mirrors Jack Torrance's descent into obsession. Even the typewriter scene follows the same principle. Jack sits dead center, framed by vertical window lines, mirroring the rigid structure of his thoughts, as his mind becomes trapped in repetitive patterns. The framing, too, becomes rigid, locked, claustrophobic. The geometry of the image becomes the geometry of his madness. Kubrick's perfection of symmetry here isn't beauty, it's surveillance. The viewer's gaze becomes part of the hotel's architecture. Kubrick uses wide-angle lenses and long hallways to exaggerate spatial depth. The hotel appears enormous, yet empty. The kitchen and the Colorado Lounge are shot with exaggerated scale, making Wendy's small body appear lost, visually reinforcing her helplessness. Characters seem swallowed by the architecture, dwarfed by the environment that should protect them. This is more than visual style, it's storytelling. The vast spaces reflect emotional isolation. Jack drifting away from his family, Wendy trapped in her fear, and Danny lost in his visions. Through framing, Kubrick transforms physical space into a psychological landscape. The Overlook isn't just a setting, it's a living character, one that observes, manipulates, and imprisons. The Steadicam was revolutionary at the time, and Kubrick used it to make the camera glide like a ghost. As the camera follows Danny's tricycle or Jack through the maze, it feels both fluid and predatory. The smoothness contrasts with the terror of what's coming. The maze motif repeats in both the garden and the interior layout, a metaphor for the labyrinth of the human mind. When Jack chases Danny in the hedge maze, the Steadicam's movement becomes frantic, its circular turns echoing the mental maze Jack can't escape. Compositionally, every hallway, every turn, reinforces the theme of entrapment. The camera doesn't just record, it stalks. Kubrick also controls color and line to direct emotion. Warm colors, like red and orange, dominate the interiors, creating both comfort and menace. The fan-red bathroom is symmetrical, polished, and horrifying. The straight lines and right angles throughout the film suggest order. Yet, the emotional chaos within those lines feels unbearable. The visual order becomes a cage. In The Shining, composition is not decoration, it's narration. Through symmetry, space, and motion, Kubrick visualizes madness and control. The Overlook Hotel doesn't just contain the story, it is the story. And in every perfectly balanced frame, we glimpse the horror of losing control, not to ghosts, but to the architecture of one's own mind. The final photograph, Jack among the 1921 party guests, confirms that geometry has absorbed him. He's now part of the structure, a pattern frozen in time.